Your inner world is a sequence of raw, undeniable sensations. You feel the weight of sorrow, the sharp pang of hunger, or the vivid, electric sweetness of a strawberry when you first bite into it. Classical science interprets these experiences through a rigid lens, framing us as biological machines, navigating a cold, physical universe that exists entirely separate from our internal lives. This creates what philosophers call the hard problem of consciousness. If we assume the universe is made of dead physical matter, there is no logical explanation for how that matter could suddenly spark the rich, vibrant quality of an emotion. This gap in our understanding suggests we are mistaking the physical container for the actual source of life. Dr. Bernardo Kastrup, a former CERN scientist, suggests a reversal of this logic. He proposes that consciousness is the primary reality, and the physical brain is its secondary appearance. Think of a match being struck. The resulting flames don't cause the combustion. They are simply what the process of combustion looks like to our eyes. This diagram illustrates the relationship. On the inside, your mind is a flow of abstract mental energy. But when that same activity is viewed from across a boundary by an outside observer, it takes on the rigid, structured form of a physical brain. Physical matter represents the outward, visible footprint of an underlying conscious experience. If the physical world is an appearance of mental activity, we have to ask whose mind is generating the vastness of the universe. The core of analytic idealism is the idea that a single, universal field of consciousness constitutes the entirety of existence. This leads to a difficult question. If we all share a single mind, why do we feel so intensely disconnected from one another? The explanation lies in a cosmic version of dissociation. Much like a human mind can fracture into distinct identities under stress, the universal mind pinches inward, creating localized, walled-off centers of experience. Each of us exists as one of these alters. We are fragments of the universal psyche, viewing the whole through a specific, restricted lens that creates the sensation of being a separate individual. Our sense of isolation functions as a psychological side effect of this fracture, rather than a true physical boundary. Our physical senses act as a dashboard. They provide a filtered, simplified representation of reality that allows us to navigate and survive, rather than showing us the world in its raw form. However, because the wall separating our alter from the rest of the universe is a psychological process, it lacks the absolute finality of a physical barrier. In moments of intense emotional upheaval, trauma, or profound connection, these dissociative boundaries can temporarily thin. When these boundaries loosen, information from the broader field of consciousness can slip past our biological dashboard, registering in our awareness as intuition or unexplainable connection. From this perspective, the paranormal moves from the realm of the impossible to a predictable consequence of a psychological boundary that occasionally fails to hold. This framework also changes our interpretation of time. In this model, time serves as an internal filing system, a tool used by our fractured minds to sort and organize an overwhelming stream of data. Since time is not a predetermined physical track, our choices become active, spontaneous expressions of the universe navigating its own possibilities. This is computational irreducibility. In these branching paths, the future is entirely unrendered. The universe plays out in real time. Only when a choice is made does that path render into being, permanently deleting all other possibilities. Our lives represent the universe actively thinking itself into existence through every specific decision we make. This grand theory leads right back to the raw feelings of your daily life, your private sorrows, your sudden joys, and your quiet reflections. It suggests that the sacred is found within our ordinary experiences and the decisions we face every day. You are an expression of the universe itself, opening its eyes and looking back into its own reflection.